brown dads in the zone, from the land of the maple where the cold winds are blown. Punjabi roots with a Canadian tone. We built this life now, the stories are our throne. From buttered chicken plates to poutine on the side, mixing cultures like beats, man, it's how we collide. Old school wisdom with the new school vibe. Brown dads on the mic, watch the worlds collide. Three brown dads and we keeping it real, with laughs and some lessons in the cultural feel. Grab a chair, take a seat, let's break the seal. This is the podcast you never knew you need to heal.
One time at my cousin Manav's house, so this is in the Crawford Plains neighborhood, my dad, for I don't know why, he was drunk, right? It was a party, it was someone's birthday party.
But you don't know why he was drunk?
No, this is what I don't know why. He gets a cigarette from one of his uncle buddies and he smokes it in front of me. I didn't even know he smoked. And he's like, see, Rocky, with so much pride, he's like this. And then all of a sudden the door hits him because somebody's opening it. We're about to leave. He's like, get up, man. It was my mom.
What's up, everybody? You're tuned into Three Brown Dads. This is
some shit shows.
This is how we're starting this episode. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying our podcast, a little bit about randomness and everything. The last one was crazy. It was just, we called it the black hole, and it was just us converging again after a long time. And we had this talk last time that we should just hit record before we even talk about anything, because as soon as we sit down, the stories come out. But anyways,
what did you just say? Who died?
Okay, yeah. So we were talking about somebody dying.
Yeah,
Ramneek,
lots of people have died.
And Pavan did not know. So first of all, I mean, he's right there. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
What?
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, the Hulkster died.
Like for real dead or?
Yeah, for real dead.
Like he's dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, like dead. Like unless you believe in like the resurrection and stuff, he's dead.
Yeah,
he's dead?
Hulk Hogan passed away, bro.
The Hulkster died. How long ago now, Pat?
Couple of weeks, 3 weeks at least, roughly. I would say.
Like steroids?
No, he just had a heart attack, I believe.
He was having health issues for a while. Like how many surgeries did he have on his back? Like 12?
Oh, he fucked his back up.
Yeah, from taking all those bumps and all those leg drops, man. They'll do damage to your hips.
I read his book, and he had severe lower back and tailbone issues because of all those leg drops.
And he must have had multiple surgeries.
Yeah.
Over time.
A lot.
Yeah, man. 100%.
Yeah. His last appearance at a WWE event when Raw moved to Netflix, he was walking quite slowly. It seemed like he was limping, and he got booed out of the building. Did you see that?
Nope.
Yeah. You know why he got booed?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, I didn't.
But do you know why he got booed?
No.
Are you aware of the recent controversy over the past few years?
No.
I know why.
So Hulk Hogan had a sex tape that leaked. And he was fornicating with his best friend's wife. So
I heard
Bubba
about
the
that.
Love Sponge. And
sorry, say that again.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yo, you can't make names like that.
That was the guy's name. And during all these leaks,
SpongeBob's brother?
I don't know, man.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Bubba the Love Sponge. But during this video that leaked, he...
I gotta Google it.
Yeah, go for it. During this video that leaked, he was talking about his daughter dating somebody that was African-American, somebody that was black. And he was not happy about it. And he dropped the N-bomb. And he said that I'm racist to a point.
Wow.
The Hulkster said this. So Superman, for
this
us...
guy?
That's Bubba the Love Sponge.
This guy's wife?
Yeah. His wife does not look like him.
I mean,
it sounded like he said that his wife would be unattractive based on the way he looked.
I mean,
okay,
but the Hulkster, Superman. To me, he was Superman. I'm assuming to Pat, he was like Superman as well.
Yeah, man, he was like
dropped this like racist rant.
I mean, I would take the Hulkster over him any day. So I get it.
He was a legend, and to me, I only judge people based off of what they are in terms of the professional category. So, a little bit of a side quest for this topic. When there was like Evander Kane came to Edmonton Oilers, or we had a few other guys like Zach Cassian who came here after they had some troubled stuff. They came into our teams.
Craig McTavish.
Yeah, and I didn't care. I'm like, you know what? I get it as a human, but if you're on the Oilers, I'm judging you as a hockey player, or like whatever you're doing on the team. And so based off of that, I was watching Hulk Hogan as a wrestler. The time that I watched him, these things came all after that.
Yeah.
And so like him being sort of that hero of my childhood, the mighty Hulk Hogan, as he was referred to as sometimes. Yo, man, I wanted to eat my vitamins as a kid. I even felt proud to be American, but I wasn't. Like he had that effect on people.
We played that song at my 40th birthday party. I asked you, I'm like, should I play I'm a Real American? You're like, yeah. Yeah, but you did. When you heard that song, you felt nationalistic pride, even though you weren't from America.
100%. And that's the thing with Hulk Hogan. Like you just kind of felt that vibe, and that's kind of what you wanted. And it was just, my whole childhood growing up, that's the guy I was watching. And in watching him, that's sort of what wrestling was to me. Like he was central for me for wrestling. I didn't care about anybody but Hulk Hogan. Even when the Ultimate Warrior hype came up, Macho King, Macho Man hype came up, I didn't give a, it was all about Hulk Hogan.
I wanted Warrior to win that match at WrestleMania 6, but I was a Hogan guy, the movie No Holds Barred, and obviously when he made the heel turn at NWO with the NWO. But the thing with the racist rant, sometimes, Pavan, you're finding out about this for the first time. How do you feel?
He's kind of low-key checking right now too.
About the racist rant?
Well, he's looking at like
there was
Bubba
a racist rant
from him. He dropped a bunch of N-bombs and he said that he was racist to a point.
It's kind of bad.
So Pat was talking about
stunt?
No, it wasn't a stunt.
Movie?
It was like his own private video. Pat was talking about in a way how you can separate the artist from the crime, and
well, I mean, you have to somewhat, right? Like,
yeah, you have to. But I just feel
not
terrible for like,
but yeah,
I feel terrible for like black people around our age that like idolized him growing up.
That
and like, how would we feel if he was like, oh, effing Punjabis?
No, that's true. That's 100%. I get that element of it, and I mean, you can't not understand that sentiment.
Yeah,
like if you're from a certain community and a celebrity's being racist towards your community, 100%. Like, yeah, that sucks. You don't want to hear that.
Yeah, it's like the stigma that's associated with Amitabh Bachchan. Like we've all heard it. I've never seen proof, but do I cancel Amitabh Bachchan on something that I haven't seen? Whereas with Hulk Hogan, it's out there. He's admitted to it. And it sucks because we all idolized him growing up. And it makes you wonder what he thought about you. And I was hoping that there would be some sort of redemption arc, but there wasn't. It just ended in sadness. Like his daughter didn't even attend the funeral.
And after she talked about that too, I believe there was she said like, there was some sort of reason for it. But she cleared that up too. But yeah, it was kind of sad. It's definitely the end of an era, man. Like growing up, I didn't watch wrestling like you watch wrestling, but growing up, man, that was the guy. I did watch wrestling as a kid.
Yeah, he was the guy. Pavan, were you a fan of Hogan?
Is a self-admitted racist who was caught on tape using the N-word freely on multiple occasions, and also dreading the idea that his son's arrest could mean that the two could be incarcerated as black men. What?
I don't know.
Reincarnated as black men? What?
I didn't know.
What does that mean?
But how does that make you feel? Were you a Hogan fan?
Not really.
No? You were never into Hogan. Who were you into?
Ultimate Warrior.
You're a Warrior guy.
Yeah. I do think that Hogan had far more talent now. But back then, I liked the intensity of the Warrior. What were your first memories of Hogan?
I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to the guy. So for me, it was Ultimate Warrior. That guy was a crazy whack job.
That guy was nuts.
He was wild. He was just fucking wild.
Yeah.
Roided up, just wild, just veins everywhere. He was crazy. He moved like a freight train.
Yeah, but if you watch the matches now,
he was fun to watch.
But he would get gassed immediately, and he couldn't wrestle. Like you watch his matches, it's not like he could work like Bret Hart.
He was just perspiring hard during those matches. He was wet.
Yeah,
he was very wet. When I don't really have memories of wrestling.
He was dripping a lot.
So does it hit you that Hogan died?
I mean, it's not really here or there. I'm indifferent, I guess.
Pat, how did you feel when you found out about it?
Bro, I was watching for like a whole week. Like I was watching nothing but Hulk Hogan matches.
Really?
Rematches.
Yeah. You were crying?
I wasn't crying, man.
Did you have that Hulk Hogan stuffy? You know that
I did when I was a kid. Do
you guys remember that one?
The wrestling buddy.
The wrestling buddy or whatever?
Yeah, like
there was the soft one, and then there's the one that stretches.
I had both. I had everything Hulk Hogan. I had his two original wrestling figures. One was the one where he slammed.
Oh, the Hasbros.
Yeah, and then there was one where his arm was like it clubbed you.
You never
So-
had the rubber ones though, huh? The
I
LJ.
had
The
those-
rubber,
I had those
that's
too.
the Stretch Armstrong style.
Yeah.
The
Like,
giant
The
ones.
giant
yeah.
ones.
They're the
or
giant
whatever.
big ones.
Yeah, the white banana.
Yeah, the white
Yeah.
banana,
He-
blue kachi. And then there was ones where you could put your thumbs.
Up his gutsy.
You could put your thumb.
I remember them. Yeah.
Is that how you control his arms?
You know,
just
it just
put a thumb up his ass.
no. You got to say thumb in the bum because
Thumb in the bum.
yeah. But I mean, you put your thumb in the player, the wrestler action figure bum area. So then you kind of do a thumb war wrestling match with somebody else, and your thumb is controlling the wrestler.
Yeah.
It's-
I remember that.
Yeah. So I had that. I had a bunch of them, man. Like I had those big giant ones, as you mentioned, all of them, I think. And then I stopped at a certain point where there was one where he was doing this.
Yeah, I remember that. The two Hasbros. One did the slam, and then the other did like it was like a bear hug.
Yeah. And then there was one also that was like a club. Like you could wind up his arm and it would swing down to like club you on the back.
Do you remember those ads? It's like being in the ring.
Just like, and then I wanted the ring too. Those rings were crazy. Like the toy.
Yeah, I remember the
You
ring.
could get one?
I had a family friend, Kuku-san had the ring. Yeah. Yeah.
That is a terrifying looking doll. Like
Cuckoo and Sons.
Are you looking at Stretch Armstrong?
no, the
I got a story for you.
Hulk Hogan one.
Oh, yeah. I've actually never seen that. So I first saw Hulk Hogan in 1989. I precisely remember when. It was in February of
How the
1989.
fuck
No,
did you
I'll tell
see
you why.
him in
I'll tell
person?
you what. No, I never saw him in person. My cousin Gully met him in person, though, and he has a photo with him.
1989, you would
Yeah.
be 5 years old.
I would have been. So it's in February. I would have been 3.
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
I was almost turning 4. So I had a family friend, right? But, well, he still exists. He's a family friend of mine. His name's Rob, and his dad. He was a hockey player, and his dad, Dave Uncle. Rob was a big wrestling fan, and Dave Uncle asked my dad to record wrestling.
That's crazy,
him,
man.
Right on a Saturday, and usually I would be watching whatever I was watching, like I don't know, Pee Wee Herman or the Karate Kid Part 2, or what else did I always watch? The Golden Child. But my dad said that I couldn't watch TV at that time because he needed to record wrestling for the family friend's son, and it was
Makes
the Twin Towers versus Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan,
Twin Towers.
Mega
Twin
Powers,
Towers.
right?
Yeah. I remember them.
And this is the match
Yeah.
where Elizabeth takes that nasty bump where Macho Man falls on her, and then Hulk takes her to the back rather than continuing to wrestle, and then Macho Man has to fight him by himself against the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
So then he goes
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the back, like where the Med Aid is and all that stuff, and he's like snapping. He's like, "Oh yeah, you got lust in your eyes for Miss Elizabeth, right?" Like, you don't remember how Macho Man talked.
That's a really good
And
impression.
then Hogan's like, hey, "Get your hand out of my face, get your finger out of my face." Then he attacks him, and then the Mega Powers explode, and it culminates with a match at WrestleMania 5. So it's this huge pivotal moment in wrestling. That's why I can remember precisely when it happened, because it was so big.
Yeah, that was a pretty. And then Elizabeth herself was like, everybody started hating on her. They're like, "Oh, you caused them to split up." You remember that?
Yeah.
I love the way your eyes light up when you talk about him.
About Hogan?
Yeah, wrestling.
Just
back in the
wrestling,
day.
Just
man.
wrestling
It's
in
just
general.
wrestling in
Hogan,
general.
like I'll be honest, man,
Yeah.
it hit hard. It's like at that time I didn't have many role models, and I used pop culture to learn English. So guys like that, were you smelling your mic?
Yeah. It smelled a little funky, so I just double check.
that was a brand new muff for you.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No, it was. They do smell weird
It
over time.
smells weird.
Yeah.
It
What on the-
just smells a little funky right now.
That's your past funk on there.
No,
That you spat on there. Yours is yours too. The one you brought, that's yours.
like it's got this weird odor
It is.
past the foam. Like I don't know what it is. It smells like
I don't know, man, but if you consider the proximity we are to these mics, it gets pretty
a
close.
little funky.
Yeah,
Both of them.
it gets rank. I don't even know what I was talking about.
You were talking about your love for wrestling when you were 4 or 5.
Like pop culture taught us English, so you look towards these giants in just in American media, Canadian media, and they become your idols because they teach you the language. They become role models, guys like Mr. Dress Up or Hulk Hogan or Bret the Hitman Hart or Arnold Schwarzenegger. So he meant a lot to me. Yeah, you're really like enchanted by the smell of the mic, huh?
He's enjoying that moment
I
right now.
don't know what's going on here.
I don't know why he's loving it so much, but he's loving it quite a bit. But hey,
Lots of Giants dying though recently. Obviously, the Hulkster quite some time ago.
Yeah.
Malcolm Jamal Warner from the Cosby Show. Ozzy
Who's that?
Osbourne. He's Theo,
Theo.
On the Cosby Show.
Theo on the Cosby.
Yeah.
Oh,
The big brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Laura's big brother.
Right.
But-
He's dead?
Laura's big brother. That's Eddie. That's Family Matters.
oh, sorry, wrong one.
Yeah.
Wrong one. Yeah, Theo and Carl.
That guy died?
Yeah, he died. He drowned. A lot of Giants passed away recently. Robert Redford as well. But I think the one that hits us the hardest is the fact that Charanjit Ahuja passed away.
Yeah, and if you
He's
don't,
dead?
Yeah.
When did he die?
yesterday
What?
in the morning, early morning of our time here,
Dude,
like late night Saturday.
I've been underneath a rock. I didn't know he died. How did he die?
He had health issues for quite some
Like
time.
a heart attack?
Well, he was dealing with cancer for a long time.
Yeah, like
What?
I think like throat cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it like completely changed the way he looked as well.
But I mean,
Was he a smoker?
no, it's
Not that I
right?
know of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like we know in-depth information about them, but it happened. He is sort of the king of he created the sound that I grew up really loving. If you liked Sajjana Ve Sajjana by Gurdas Maan, you liked Charanjit Ahuja.
And he does like Sajjana Ve Sajjana. We were singing it to each other.
And that's why-
in a urinal.
In a urinal. That's how much we love it, right?
That's why I pulled that out, because I remembered this guy likes it. So
Because we're we were in a we were at a concert.
Yeah, Nas, Wu-Tang, and we were at
what a concert.
That concert was amazing.
Neighboring urinals, and we were peeing toms, and he started singing Sajjana
what a
Ve Sajjana.
concert to sing that at with each other. Just saying.
I think we finished at the same time.
You had to have if you were tag team partners, Mega Powers.
We did, yeah. We
But-
did the handshake too.
The handshake, yeah.
But as Pat said, he really created the blueprint. So if you like the harmonium, if you like the mandolin, if you like Eskan, Kuldeep Marnik, Chamkila, Sardu Skandar, Hansraj Hans, Durga Rangila, Satwinder Bugga, Sabra Koti, it all comes down to
Harbhajan
him.
Maan, Jasbir Jassi, Durga
Jagmohan
Rangila,
Kaur,
he
it
said,
all
man.
comes to him.
And it's his sound is the sound of the late 80s, early 90s Punjabi music.
Even the late 70s, because
Yeah, yeah. He's been
Kuldeep
around.
Marnik, Saban Tarla, he produced that.
Yeah.
So songs like Teri Amma Teri Ranja, just think of big songs, like anything that you can think of. He's like such a huge part of our lives. Like just a few days ago, Butter Chicken Bash, the event that I hosted at Maze Bond, like when I was assembling the soundtrack for it.
You could have just done Charanjit Ahuja.
We should do a Charanjit Ahuja night here at a restaurant. But like the tracks that I picked, like Pijgi Kurti La,
Yeah,
Tor
yeah,
Punjab
yeah,
Bandi, Kudiyan Hazar Nachiyan by Hansraj. It was like all Charanjit Ahuja. Like you can't, unless you're like a coconut, if you're a Punjabi from like 1978, 79 to now, you know Ahuja's music.
And if you grew up in Canada, specifically at the time we did, that was sort of the soundtrack of the early 90s, other than when the Safri Boys and them crept in. But it was mostly Charanjit Ahuja stuff, like Tor Punjab Bandi, right?
Yeah. Because I think that's like 94.
Like
And
these
then around the
sounds.
same time, Kamaljeet Neeru, Jado Mera Lakka Hilda.
Yeah. Sara Hilda Shahar Ludhiana.
Yeah. I like that because my family is from Ludhiana.
Yeah, same. Kind of. Not really. But
Not
just
really?
outside. Just outside. It's like Leduc to Edmonton.
All right. Yeah,
Jigaral, man.
That's
We
close
talked
enough.
about that in an episode.
We did, yeah. It's
Yeah,
mentioned on Pote Jattane.
Yep.
But the stuff that he produced, man, like my earliest memories with my dad ironing clothes on a Saturday while my mom was at work, Chamkila tapes, Sardul Skandar tapes, Kuldeep Paris. He also used to listen to Hansraj, Hansis Tera Mera Pyar. They were all produced by Charanjit Ahuja.
That's the thing, man.
He's the giant. I think he's the GOAT because you can talk about other people's influence. Like a lot of guys were influential. A lot of ladies too, like Surinder Kaur, Yamala Jatt, Mastana, Kuldeep Marnik, but Dev Trikimala. But I think the GOAT is Charanjit Ahuja.
It's his music that's on everybody's voice, man. It's the sound that everybody rode on like the horse. He was the horse for all the riders, right? And there were so many different riders, metaphor obviously. He was the horse that they all he was the breed of horse. And so all the sounds were him. And so losing him kind of sucks, man, because he was the guy and he was the music. And even my own personal music influence is highly, let's say that again with proper English. I was highly influenced by him. So my musical style is kind of that without even having listened to him as much as I did later. I listened to him more later in life as I realized, oh, this is Charanjit Ahuja, this is his music. But I could not get away from his music as a kid. Like I was just listening to it anyways, without realizing, like at parties, it was playing on TV, Des Perdes, all these things. It was his stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so like, I don't even, like, you don't even clue in that this is the guy you're listening to, right?
And you're a big Sukhshinder Shinde fan, and like that guy was obviously inspired by Charanjit Ahuja.
Yeah, I sent you
Just
some
as
videos.
emphasis on the harmonium. What about you? Like Charanjit Ahuja, when you hear the name, what do you think? Pavan?
You have to think like Hansraj Hans and that era of music.
Like,
I guess anything, everything.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't really. I can't pinpoint a single artist or a song because to be honest, I didn't even know he made music until later on.
Yeah. Name
And
some
that's
singers
okay.
that you just adore.
Oh, I mean, we said it in the last podcast. Gurdas Maan.
So like, yeah, Vangalalo Vanga,
Yeah.
Sajjana Visajjana, Masti.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was all him.
Everything from that era.
And his stuff is still being like, okay, you like Rav Sapera. I think it's a track, Still Charming.
Still
yeah.
charming. Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah,
that
yeah.
uses Allada Jawani De Allada Tamashe by Gurdas Maan. It samples it. So Charanjit Ahuja right there. Jasmine Sandless's Patt Le Gaya.
Yeah.
That mandolin piece is Pehla Lalka Rena.
Oh, I
So they're still using Ahuja. Like, he's the template for everything.
was he still making music?
No, they just
Well,
used
his-
it. I think
his
they
kids
replayed
are.
it. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
His kids,
Sachin
Sachin
produced
and
it.
Pankaj. Yeah.
I like the
He
song
had-
that Sachin produced for Salim Majburi. It was like, it gave me like Rukhan Vangu vibes. You know Rukhan Vangu, man. That's Ahuja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rakam Angu
Sabarkoti?
Badal Gayi.
I mean, what do their
No.
what about the kids?
Well,
They're producing, but
Are they producing anything that we know? Anything
so his
that
kids,
recently?
Charanjit Ahuja's kids, there's Sachin Ahuja. He's kind of like on all those like Punjabi vocal shows where you go there and
Oh,
try to
he's
be-
that short fat guy.
well, sure, if you want to call him, he's a chubbier guy. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's his kid, and they have their own studio in Mohali. They actually own this big tower. Their studio's at the top. His brother Pankaj Ahuja, he sort of runs the studio. Sachin works on the music there. They've done some stuff recently for like when I say recently, I mean like 10, 15 years for a few different artists. Even Peji Shakoti, who is Salim's brother, like stuff like that by Sachin, but they're not as crazy as Charanjit Ahuja. Like that guy was like a machine. If you hear stories about him from one guy who tells his stories really well, and even stories about a lot of these artists, is Just Beat Jussie. If you ever watch his social media, YouTube channel, whatever. But like, so Charanjit Ahuja had to make deals with HMV, the studios that were in Delhi, and hustle just to get Punjabi artists in there. And he would be like, "Koi na tusi aajo, just get there." And he would be like all night driving, pulling all these crazy things, just to get a time and slot in that studio. And then when he was in that studio, for example, there's a video of him circulating, especially now online, where he's with Sabarkoti, kind of like in this whole orchestra, pointing, like conducting, telling people what to do, telling Sabarkoti how to sing it. And you'll notice one thing, which I'm kind of going off on a tangent. Sabarkoti, Salim, you can see those guys, Hansraj, Sardul, they all had
the first three that you mentioned all have the same ustad too. Puran Chakoti.
Puran Chakoti, but it's funny loophole for Salim. His ustad was Hansraj,
But Puran Chakoti is his father.
but
if
it's
I'm not
his
mistaken.
father.
Yeah.
So he originally learned from Hansraj,
yeah.
and then he was allowed to learn from his father. So it
But
was
sorry,
like,
I cut you off.
no,
there.
that's okay. So these guys all have a similar vibe.
Yeah.
So when you listen, even if you watch on YouTube, you'll see these channels that Hansraj Hans's brother, actually, Parmjit Hans, he has a YouTube channel, and you can see a lot of these original old school videos. There's a lot of videos of Sardul and Hans with Charanjit Ahuja kind of going on tour where they're wearing their little 90s tracksuits and they're just sitting there jamming, and you can kind of see Charanjit telling them what to do. And kind of like, nahi, aa gayi. Oh, pull out this one. Oh, no, don't do that. And then while they're singing, you can see he jumps in sometimes. And so he's one of those producers, it's like, I can only speak of myself, right? Like, I don't want to talk anything about any other person that's a producer, because why knock them? So if I want to produce a song for you, you're going to come in, I might be like, do this, do that. this guy has that jazzy B Shinda kind of thing with his artists, where Shinda would sing out the whole track. You would come in and you'd be like, oh, okay, cool. You just need a jazzy B vocal on this.
Yeah.
And so Charanjit Ahuja was like composing everything. And sorry, I touched your mic, but essentially sniff it. And so essentially this guy was making everything before singers like Sardul were on there, Hans were on there, any like, you know, Sabarkoti, any of these guys. So, I mean, everything I listened to in the 90s was him, man.
Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I, mean, I can go on, but I should digress.
But you're totally right that he was telling people how to sing it. So a song like Nachijo Sardena, great song. Hansraj was singing it differently initially. Charanjit Ahuja told him to sing it like that.
Yeah.
He knew what would be a hit. And you just think of like, just off the top of my head, like songs like A.S. Gang Mein Aashik Tera, Har Bhajan Man, Pijgi Kurti Lal, Chittiye Ni Chittiye.
Bangers.
Kuldeep Manik, so many, man.
Yeah, man.
Teri Main Teri Ranja Maa Hundiya Maa, Jiona Mar Kodi Te Farar Ho Gaya.
And you got to think of like the just the instruments. Now forget the vocals. The vocals were crazy. Obviously he managed how they were going to be, but then the music pieces on there, mandolins, harmoniums, bringing back original instruments that were Punjabi or folk to northern India at least, and putting them like Tolki was heavy. Harmonium, he was really good harmonium player.
That was his thing.
Yeah, that was his thing.
Signature style.
That's
mandolin
the one that he
too.
emphasized.
He played mandolin as well. I mean, he played everything. He even sang some. You can even listen to some of the songs, and he's singing in the back. And like he did what he had to do to make Punjabi music go from like whatever you hear in like those old movies that were just like just cheap, funny, like cheap. Let's call it cheap.
Songs. He added like a profoundness to it.
Yeah. He took it from cheap and funny to poetic and to like a romantic sound that you wouldn't get not even in Bollywood.
And it was like the soundtrack to our parents' generation. So when we love all that music, like Shinda, Balbiro, Bobby, Dian Longo, Aldian.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Surinder Shinda too.
These are all bangers.
Yeah, Dogar Son Lalakara. Like that's all
him?
Ahuja.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Or Sadiq, man, Sucha Surma. That's him too.
What was the first track he produced?
I'm not too sure when he becomes big, but I can date him back to Sabana Tarla. So that's 78, 79. So songs like Teri Main Teri Ranja, Ni Putt Jattana by Kuldeep Manik. He would have been like 25 or 26 at that time.
Yeah, he's at the same age as Gurdas Man, like roughly.
So he's in his 60s?
Early 70s.
Early 70s?
There was a period of time in Punjabi music where two guys produced basically everything. K.S. Narula and Charanjit Ahuja.
Yeah.
So they produced everything. And I think Charanjit Ahuja kind of modernized Punjabi music, and he could adapt to UK acts as well, because like he worked with Azad.
Yeah.
He made Hira's first album before Jagwala Mela. Not many people know that, but Pabita Nanan Nachadi, he produced that.
Yeah.
And then when Mulkeet had the split with the Lochan Bilga, and they did the Gal Sonja, Bajya Punjabi na Bugju Chakadunga, he did that too. So he adapted to artists. He helped artists too, like Sardul Sikandar. Nobody was banking on him. So he produced Rilandi Dukan, he produced Gidda Beat, and he made that guy a star.
Yeah, for real. And that's like truth right there. Like he saw Sardul in himself as an artist that like without Charanjit Ahuja, maybe he wouldn't have gotten to that platform. But like if you encountered him somewhere, you'd stop dead in your tracks and listen to Sardul. But him and Charanjit together, different story. Alap Sikandar, Sardul Sikandar's son, when he posted about Charanjit Ahuja's passing on whatever social media it was, he calls him Ustadji as well. So like all these guys' kids, Hansraj's kids, Sardul's kids, name them all, they consider Charanjit Ahuja their Ustadji as well. Because I mean, imagine being a kid while your dad's in the studio rocking out some stuff like Tor Punjab and stuff.
Yeah. And we all love Raf, right? So I made the Raf reference with, I think it's called Still Charming. Nachla Soni. You love that song?
Yeah.
Vibes, man.
Amazing song.
That's Vanjaran Kuriye by Hansraj Hans. That's Charanjit Ahuja right there too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think a lot of the music played when we were young, we took the music for... And
we took it for granted.
We took it for granted.
100%.
We didn't really...
we did, but Days for Days taught us who Charanjit Ahuja was because of the Charanjit Ahuja nights.
I don't think a lot of people
Canada.
remember.
Yeah.
I don't.
No?
Personally, I don't remember. I don't think a lot of people know who the person behind the music was. I don't think most people would just gravitate towards the artist, not the music, not the producer. Not like nowadays. Nowadays is a different story, but back then it was mainly, okay, you're listening to Kuldeep Manik, you're listening to Malkit Singh, you're listening to, Shinda, not, this music was from...
That's also a good point, because back then, like the producer's name, it was just usually a name on the back of the album.
Yeah, they would sometimes get a photo like on the back of the vinyl.
Sukhshinder Shinda got photos. I'll give him that. And
he did? Yeah. Charanjit Ahuja got photos on Sabana Tarla and Jonah Moore. I know that.
So when there were like vinyls, they'd be on the back.
Yeah, but the tape.
The tape, there wasn't enough room. Except Sukhshinder Shinda always had it, but he did not have the look you would know him for today. He had a white ball cap and a goatee.
What?
Yeah, because...
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was... and it didn't just say Sukhshinder Shinda, it said Sukhshinder Singh Shinda back in those days. But that's digressing a little bit. But yeah,
You think of the last 25 years of Punjabi music and some of the most important producers, like, we can't doubt this. Punjabi MC, True School, Sukhshinder Shinda, Amin Hair, like, all owe so much to Charanjit Ahuja.
100%.
I mean, they all came after him, but
like they used his blueprint, like the harmonium, the mandolin, right? The way the songs are sequenced, like it added like this intellectual component to Punjabi music where it wasn't just like simple, right? It was like Meza Yaar Blonda Tera.
And he brought orchestral music into it, like violins.
He did, like Kuldeep Paris's Ji Karda Chukla Jama. So when the UK was really becoming big and they were like had this more of an advanced sound with Deepak Kazanchi, he competed with them and really advanced his sound too. So with songs like Ji Karda Chukla Jama or Tera Mera Pyar by Hansraj Hans, where it could go sonically against the UK, like it was neck and neck. You couldn't say one was better than the other.
And that's where he started using the studios in Delhi. That's where that kind of came about.
Where he started advancing the sound?
Yeah, and that was around Harbhajan Man's time.
He made that guy star too, man.
So he started innovating. He started playing around and...
Yeah.
What was that?
That was my ring. I was playing with it and it fell off. But yeah, so, at the end of the day, I think we all, even if you're not an artist, even if you're just like a lover of music, that's the sound you fell in love with. If you love Punjabi, like I know from us three, the sounds we listen to, at least the Punjabi ones, that's it's a big chunk out of that we grew up to. Like it's not Sukhshinder Shinda's production. His was different. It's not like Deepak Kazanchi. His was different. It's not like people like Bhutta Jagpal, Tubbsy, and their sort of sound all over the UK scene. That was a vibe in itself, but it wasn't Charanjit Ahuja. And I think that stuff is based a little bit on Charanjit Ahuja. I'll give DCS the exception. But like even me as a music producer, I love putting mandolin in my songs.
Yeah.
Flute, harmonium. And people are like, yo, man, that's just this. I was like, oh, trust me though. That's the vibe though. That's what I love. And so I put it in. And that's because that's what I loved listening to him.
It's just the inspiration, huh?
I think it's there without me even realizing it. And I'm kind of just saying it now. So
I don't know. It just feels sad that not a whole lot of people recognize him.
You see, a lot of us here in Canada will not know who he is unless you go into the music. Like if you know music and you like music and you're inquisitive about the artists, you'll probably know who he is. But if not, then maybe not. But that's okay. Maybe you'll learn now. Maybe this is maybe this is why. Maybe you hear this and you learn who he is. But
dig into him. Search up Charanjit Ahuja on Discogs. You'll see his influence. Like he worked with everyone. Apna Sangeet, the Sathis, Lishke Long, the Janjar Shanake. That's a UK track. He produced that.
Yeah.
Dole too. KS Cooner. You remember the startup in the Mitranayai with the Dole? Right at the start. That's him. That's Charanjit Ahuja.
Fuck me.
So Nachike by Jaswant Hira, specialist and True School, the mandolin in it.
Yeah,
that's him too.
Yeah, man.
So he was everywhere.
He's everywhere.
And when he was sampled, you wouldn't know he was sampled. You would just think, "Yo, that's a vibe." But
but it's his music.
It's his music that's being sampled.
He was so good. When we think of the UK, Kuljit Bamra, one of the best. I have a feeling he might have produced that record that you have on the wall right there, Jawani Es Kang.
Yes.
He even worked under Charanjit Ahuja. He played percussion on tabla on Jogi and the Kannavich Kachadi Mandra.
Yeah.
Right? That's Charanjit Ahuja as well. And if you think of Gung, his career trajectory, like after those UK records, he went to India and did the Gidde Di Rani and Gidde Vich, iconic with KS Narula, but then he shifted to working with Charanjit Ahuja, and then you got Main Aashik Tera, Lambaran Di Nau Nachdi.
Gidde Di Rani, the most sampled Punjabi
But that's
song.
KS Narula though.
I know. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
But like the stuff that like, what came after that? Tu na kar man matiyan sunne rehnge chabare tere, just like brilliant stuff. It was all ki lena pyar tu paake duniya matlab di. That's Charanjit Ahuja too. It's like all him. He produced everything.
And then those songs are just the tip of the iceberg. If you hit that iceberg, if you're the Titanic, he's gonna sink you, because that iceberg has so much more depth of like, you can, I mean, I don't like saying it, it sounds disrespectful, but like B-level songs that never made it.
What do you mean?
Like songs that weren't hits.
Like ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗਾਣੇ ਇੰਨੇ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗੇ, but they're just brilliant.
But they're just really good. Like if you actually listen to some of his
like
old...
Amada Bhutta by Kuldeep Marik.
There
Not a
you
big
go.
song, but it's
I mean,
great.
it was a big song.
Amada Bhutta?
I mean...
It's no Ma Hundi Ma.
Yeah, you know, and that was also like, so like, but you know, like back in the day, the B side of the cassette, it wasn't really like the headlining songs. But if you listen to it just musically sometimes, you'd be like, there'd be some little snippets and you'd be like, whoa, that's sick. Like that's sick. Like violin suddenly, it's like harmonium and then tumbi and then violin pops in. And you're just like, what the, like, that's crazy.
So you're saying the B side was a side that they would just fill up with tracks that were subpar?
I wouldn't say they're subpar. That's sort of a saying around the industry. Like the B side isn't like the hit stuff.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? That's like what the artists consider is going to be a hit. They'll usually put that on the A side or the first track of the B side. Or like, you know, it's the first song on the album if you don't want to look at cassettes and just albums, like period. It's the first or second song on the album, and usually the last one's supposed to be really good too to close it out.
Right.
And then whatever's in between, sometimes there's this saying, especially in the UK Punjabi music in like the 2000s and onwards, they used to call them filler tracks. Tracks just to fill the album, to make the album an album. Otherwise, it would have been like an EP or like a handful of singles. Right?
That
like,
was a common practice back then?
it was a common practice in the UK for sure. I can speak on that because that was more my time, but I'm sure it wasn't anything new. Like you don't just reinvent the wheel, but like if there's a good song, I'll be like, okay, this is a good song. It's a Dukhi song. By the way, his Dukhi songs were the best songs, Charanjit Ahuja's.
Yeah, Rukha Wangu. What's the one by Sardul? Sadya Paranto.
Sadya Paranto Sikhi Udna.
Wow.
But, you know, and then there's two versions of that.
Yeah.
And Rukha Wangu, there's a few versions as well. But Rukha Wangu is so slow. Like, it's such a slow tempo that you would not imagine this is like, it's so slow, but you cannot not listen to it. It's so sick. It's like 70 BPM or something or slower. It's pretty crazy.
See, I don't know that you're the musician.
I'm guessing, but still, it's around
70 beats per minute, you said?
Yeah, BPM, beats per minute.
Ahuja soundtracked a lot of heartbreak too, and a lot of angst. I remember this girl dumped me and started, this is back in grade 11, and told me that she didn't want her parents to find out.
Story time.
Yeah, she didn't want her parents to find out that she was dating me or whatever, right? Because her parents wouldn't allow dating. A week later, she started dating someone else that it didn't even belong to her faith, right? I'm not a very religious guy, but she started dating outside the religion. And I'm like, what happened? Like,
well, what was this girl's background?
She was uppity.
She was uppity?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
like, I attacked the guy. I physically assaulted him.
Wow.
I was a kid.
Don't drop me.
How old were you?
I was 16. But then, like, I would listen to songs, right? It was my first betrayal. And I would listen to songs. I would listen to Babu, which you guys, I know you're not big fans of, but Tu Son Ke Raat Guzar Li, Dil Ta Pagal Hai. But then I discovered Rukha Wangu.
I'm a fan of his before he went crazy.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
But then I discovered Rukha Wangu because my dad had the album Sone De Kangana, and I remembered Sabar Koti from Des Pradesh. And I also remember that song, and I started listening to it, and I could feel the pain in the instrumentation and the vocals. And I asked my mom to explain it to me, and she's like, "What the song means is that this person that he was with, this girlfriend or whatever, is changing partners and changing the way she feels about
Like
him,
the
like seasons, while he's stuck there, rooted like a tree." And that hit me so hard. Because then I started thinking, I'm like, yeah, this girl is hoeing around like seasons, and I'm stuck here like a tree.
Wow.
Yo, that could be like, if you do it in English, that could be a vibe too.
Huh?
That could be a vibe in like that could be some good lyrics in like a hip hop or rap song.
And when I say hoeing around, it's not a diss. It's just my mindset at the time. People experiment.
That's
people
what you
find someone
felt.
when they're younger. That's how I felt. That's not how I feel now because, you know, you're still finding yourself. So there's no grudges or anything like that.
You know what you know, speaking of trees, you know what
It
you
builds
find
character.
You know what you find in the garden or like the yard?
Gori.
No, hose. Because
Hose, yeah.
you gotta
I was going to say weed, but
it's a gardening tool. Well, yeah, I mean that too. Hose, rakes, shovels. Samjh lagi? You know what I mean.
I get it, yeah.
Yeah. That
or
my my brain just
call
went
it whore.
Hordas. Oi, hordas. Which means tell me more in Punjabi.
Yeah, hordas.
Hor means more.
Whore means
Horgal.
more.
Oh, yo, even that Sanja Babu Amano Billi Aaya song.
Yeah.
I believe that's Charanjit Ahuja.
That
the
Nilu
fuck
guy?
up.
I think so.
Oh, is it? Wow, I didn't know
I
that.
feel like it is for some reason. It just came in my brain.
Google that shit.
Sanja Babu Amano Billi Aaya.
I had no idea.
I feel like it is. I could be.
Sachi Muchi Pudane Masale, that's him too.
Yeah. We can totally fact check ourselves right now, but it's not like we're on TV where we're can't pull out our phones. But yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of a podcast, guys. But yeah, I mean, just to kind of tie it back to the original focus, like just legends that we lost.
Yeah.
And this
but Pat, we didn't even talk about the religious stuff. Baba Tera Nankana.
bro, the religious stuff was next level.
What were the lyrics? मैं तीर सच्ची सरकार दा हां
Yeah.
मैं नहीं किसे तो हारदा जो सतगुर मैनू चलाਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ मैं चुन वैरी मारदा. That was produced by him too.
Bro, that was one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Like I don't talk much about my
I got
favorite
goosebumps.
Yeah. I don't talk much about my favorite Chamkila songs.
Yeah.
But that one's one of them.
Yeah, that's a Ahuja.
That's probably for sure it's a Ahuja, but
Everything Chamkila did, other than some early tracks, were produced by I think Ram Sarandas, and there was this one album, Hikot and Sona Sharabi Banke, that was produced by KS Nurullah. Everything else is a Ahuja.
Yeah. And so if you like that music, and that was more before he modernized it too. That's before he added all the orchestral instruments and the more harmonium was there, but then he took that harmonium to another level. He started playing like classical stuff on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you watching, bro? Okay, pause it. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one?
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, Monobili?
Just forward it in a bit and just hit play so we don't get copyright. But yeah.
This guy came to our house once. He was very like soft-spoken and childlike.
You're saying he produced this?
I think, is it?
Yeah, he did.
But that shows you his range. He also produced that song by Sadhu. Sorry, wrong
Who
number.
did that sound?
But bro, when you listen to this now, knowing Charanjit Ahuja produced this silly song,
Yeah.
listen to the music pieces. Right? Your mic's you got to put it on the front of the mic because the limiter is gonna. But anyways, it's gonna chop it up. But yeah, like listen to it now sonically, musically. As soon as the baby cries, you're gonna lose your shit. But
I'm fucking dying right now.
it's a song, man. It's a song. But I mean, I remember parents. I think we got that as a separate soundbite. Yo, we could use that.
I like the sounds that you use from the Hercules, the villains. Yeah. Now see, these are awful sounds, but the sounds that Ahuja gave us, man, like I'm forever indebted to his genius.
We can't not be because he like literally was a soundtrack of our life.
Because if you remove him from our lives, there's a huge void. We don't have Chamkila. We don't have Surinder Sindakalit Manik.
We have nobody.
He ever gone up steps? And if you remove him, he's like the first 5 steps up the staircase. So how the hell are you going to get to the other ones if you don't remember? And these aren't just understandings about him as an artist. This is just our memories of music. Like just shit we listened to when we were growing up and not necessarily we're conscious of. This is like me playing with my Ninja Turtles or Game Boy while Des Perdes is on TV and I'm hearing these sounds and they sound like I'm not angry about hearing them. And then later, as you grow and learn and listen and appreciate, then it's like, this is the guy that was making all that. And that's the vibe.
Yeah.
Right. And that's also like, it goes hand in hand with many other artists that we can name. But I mean, I don't feel comfortable naming other artists when we're talking about him because he's like the guy.
Who else died?
Yeah.
Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
OG.
Yeah. A lot of guys died. Everybody dies, but man, Ahuja's just,
That's a weird
He was the big one.
for us, it doesn't get any bigger. To me, and I know the word goat is abused. I don't like abusing it, but he's my goat. He's the greatest.
Oh, he's a goat. He's
Yeah.
the goat for Punjabi music. If you have to give a musical producer,
You have to.
he's the goat out of them all. I mean, doesn't matter how much I like personally, you guys know I like Sukhshinder Shinda a lot as a music producer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that
With the goatee, without the goatee.
I'm talking about his music, right? They Karnu, I like him with a bug, but that's aside from the point. The point is like he's never going to be Ahuja level. And even he considered Ahuja to be Ustad level.
Yeah. So did Amin Hair.
Amin
so
Hair-
did True School.
Yeah. And so, I mean, everybody does, right? Like he's the guy. And so for the modern Punjabi music, 90s, late 80s onwards, where the sound got modern, not saying that he didn't do music before that, which he did, but like Sardul, Hansraj Hans, Sabr Koti, these guys.
Yeah. Bugga's underrated.
Yes, Satwinder Bugga.
Durga Rangila, yeah.
Durga Rangila, like I put a post up on social media for it's Charanjit Ahuja. Originally, I was going to play the Durga Rangila music that he did, but I wanted to put a little sound in there that was a little more him. That like it's more like you're not going to think of Sardul or Durga, right? It was more like, okay, this is what Charanjit Ahuja did. But man,
His ideas too, Pat. You sent me an interview, I think yesterday or today. I didn't watch it this time around, but I did watch it when it first aired.
Yeah.
And he was talking about it's a song off Dil Saaf Hona Chahiye. So there is a song that just shows you the genius of Charanjit Ahuja. 9 minutes and all the sonic transitions, the disco breaks, the traditional music. It's all over the place. Yeah, the flutes in that one. My dad said when he when the cab driver took him to my mom's bend, right when they were getting married and all that stuff, the cab driver was listening to Dil Saaf Hona Chahiye, and it lasted the entire trip. That's how long it was. But there's a song on that album, Duniya Mandi Paise Di, and he made the choice to drop money, right? Drop coins to like Mandi Paise Di.
Yeah, to make it in the song. Yeah.
So just to add that layer, and that was just his genius. When do you hear coins dropping in a Punjabi track?
Yeah,
and it's actual physical coins that they're dropping.
Yeah, and I was just in this talk, I was remembering Roadways Di Lari. Yeah. And I was like, yo, was that Charanjit? I'll pull it up. It was Charanjit.
It's him too? Wow.
Yeah, man. And see?
And like he's adapting like to every artist, like Ghulam Ali, Surinder Singh, Kuleep Manik. Like the guy is just, man, I'm not trying to sound blasphemous here, but he's a deity when it comes to Punjabi music.
He is, man. And you can't knock it. Like there's no BSing it that he is.
Yeah. And if you didn't feel this in your heart that he died and you consider yourself a Punjabi music fan, you don't know shit, because Charanjit Ahuja is just, he's the greatest.
100%.
Yeah. He's Muhammad Ali to what Muhammad Ali is to boxing, what Wayne Gretzky is to hockey, what Michael Jordan is to basketball. That's what he is to Punjabi music.
Yeah, I mean, I think Wayne Gretzky is, I think there's Gordie Howe. I would put him at Gordie Howe level because he's more from a more pure era of hockey before Gretzky sort of refined it. But I get what you mean.
Yeah, and he had more grit.
Yeah, that's just
Wayne Gretzky isn't going to produce Badala from Jonah.
No. So you know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? He had more grit. Like he would knock you out if you messed with him, he'd punch you out.
Wayne Gretzky's not going to do Met John Very Mad.
He ain't going to make those gangster songs, man. He made gangster songs too. So, I mean, whatever you would consider, it would not like West Coast hip hop gangster songs. These are Punjabi gangster songs when people listen to them, they're ready to go and finish shit, not start shit. And so, yeah, man. Big loss. I mean, at the end of it.
Favorite song produced by Charanjit Ahuja, guys?
Oh, come on, man. You can't.
No, think about it. Oh, I think
Rukawangu comes to mind first.
I think Rukawangu is one of the greatest Punjabi songs ever made.
And
you listed a whole bunch of them.
Bro, this is one where you can't pick. Like this is, I just remember Rukawangu's pace, it being super slow. Yeah. And I was just like, And it was kind of what Punjabi people would say, rona tona, like a sad
But
song.
it kind of mimics life after your heart is broken. It's so slow and the pain just never goes away.
That's just it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and it's so slow, and it's like, even
Pavan's rubbing my butt right now and consoling me.
I bet you there's a song about rubbing parts produced by Charanjit Ahuja. Bet you anything. But no, for real, like even the sounds, the sonic sounds in Rukavangu at that slow pace, it's hard to do that as a musician. And he made the musicians work to be produced on that album or record, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Just I don't want to miss any songs here because, well, it's impossible.
We're gonna
there's
miss
thousands, but just off the top of my head, though, Namalale Truck,
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right, Surinder Shinda.
Yeah. And that element of his music, the like Pangra Nachanwale songs, like,
Yeah.
brrrah, those ones, like you can't. He did those too.
Any reception song from the 90s.
Oh, bro. Oh my God. Like, you know, you're asking us to like play it and be copywritten, but yeah, man, all of them. Everything that wasn't out of the UK was him.
Pat was talking about, this was like one of our earlier episodes. we were
Tor
talking-
Punjab Bandi is the biggest one from the 90s that I remember.
That was
dancing to.
huge. I think 94.
Ding, ding,
Pat was
ding,
talking
ding,
about the Barlangade.
Yeah.
And he was saying that Marnik had a similar song. Kade Amalade Kendi Sone Yaadnu. That was him too. That was Charanjit Ahuja.
But the original Parlanga, there was Kuldeep Manik too.
Ashik Hussain Jad.
Oh yeah, and then Kuldeep Manik. Wasn't it the same time?
I thought you were talking about his Sony Mahiwal track off Mahundi Ama. Kade Amalade Kendi Sone Yaadnu.
No, but that one's.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that,
But the point is, Charanjit Ahuja.
yeah, everything.
He was there too.
Everything.
Yeah. But at the end of the day,
Yaar Mera Chhad Gaya, that's him too. Just everything.
and then like even he touched on some of like, you know, when like some of the artists were kind of like fizzling out, like Hansraj kind of started to.
Yeah, after Tote.
I mean, you go from, and I'm gonna say it straight, like I don't care who hates me for this, but like you go from Charanjit Ahuja's music to going to Bollywood and like singing Tote, you're leaving the goat. Like you left.
A lot of guys did that though. Like,
But what did it do for them? Really? Like, is that what people are
Yeah,
remembering?
like-
Are you remembering Tote ho gaya?
I'm not fond of that. Oh man.
That's what I used to call it.
Pavan, you like Gurdas Man. Compare her stuff in the 80s to the 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, when he made a switch.
big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference.
The difference is Charanjit Ahuja.
Yeah.
Hansraj Hans, Abdul Skandar, when they transitioned to another producer, the stuff was never on point anymore. I think not to that point. And I'm so glad that he was still able to surround himself with vocalists like Bugga and Sabir Koti. Bugga was really loyal to him.
Yeah.
And they were still able to put out quality material. Even if a singer wasn't very vocally gifted, he could still make him sound like magic. He even worked with Yamla Jat, Kid in the Din Char. He produced that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
think about Kurti Lal, Harbhajan Man.
Oh, Bijki Kurti Lal. Yeah, that's him too.
I like to say I know, but I don't. I feel that's an 85%, 90% of that song is Charanjit Ahuja. And then he got Harbhajan Man to sing it. Does that make sense? Like,
It does,
It was
yeah.
already made. Then Harbhajan Man, he's like, Agala tu. Idda.
Yeah.
And then he did, and then it blew up, and then Odi Pijgi Kurti Lal Pasine Naal. You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, it's hard to even say anything after this, man. Like even to continue the podcast, and I think this is a good spot to end it because
It is. There's just one thing that I wanted to say, Pat. When David Bowie died, somebody said that even though he's dead,
David Bowie's dead?
this was like nearly a decade ago.
What?
Princess Diana is dead.
yo, you know Queen Elizabeth II died, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
But David Bowie, when he died like 10 years ago, I was heartbroken. I'm a Bowie fan. Somebody posted online that, you know, even though legend, even though he's dead, you got to look at it this way. We're so blessed that we were alive
100%.
while he was putting out
Labyrinth?
music. Yeah, Labyrinth, yeah. And that's how I feel about Charanjit Ahuja. I consider myself blessed to have lived during his music.
100%. And I remember when I was on radio, I did a show for Charanjit Ahuja, and I did one just his music.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah. Similar, like, you know, we must love him. And so like even now it's like, hey, I know what I'm going to be listening to in the next, like, I guarantee it's going to be like a month. Like, I don't care about any the new stuff. I would trade it in a heartbeat just to have that OG stuff back. Imagine his stuff from the early 90s, like Tod Punjab Bandi, with modern mix master.
Make it sound crisper, huh?
Well, HD sound, let's just call it.
Would you agree with this that he has single songs that are better than the last 20 years of Punjabi music?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I would argue that I think I wouldn't lose that argument. If, you pull out the facts, it's true. I mean, you can give some exceptions to some artists, but not many. I don't think many after, I'll even give you a year just off the top of my head. And this is a year I loved. I think after 2003, not including 2003, 2004 onwards, and there were some crazy songs from after in this time period. Okay, let's just put the cutoff at when 2004 started. So 2003 is exempted. 2004 onwards, you could trade it all for Charanjit Ahuja songs. I feel like you could say that confidently. Minus one song.
Just a song like Sajjana Ve Sajjana. What's better than that from the past 21 years?
I mean, who's not making covers after covers of that song, right?
Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Every YouTube...
And it's never as good as the original.
Yeah. So, what does that tell you?
Artist.
Last 22 years is what I said I would trade. So, isn't that crazy?
Even at my sister's wedding reception, before it started, they were playing Baja Baja Hogi, Sare Pind Vich by Sardhu Iskandar. Ahuja, man, he's still at the parties. He's
there. You ain't not going to hear him.
You can't say enough about him.
Yeah. And so I think maybe we must say less because you can't talk about anybody after him.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, guys. See you in the next one.
Yo, 3 brown dads and we keeping it real, with laughs and some lessons in the cultural feel. Grab a chair, take a seat, let's break the seal. This is the podcast you never knew you need to heal.